Welcome back to this pick.
Welcome back to the show, you guys.
Just an NFL preview. Colts and the Texans will be first game. Houston's favored by 1.5. I actually got Houston win this game. Keys of victory for the Texans is they got to get pressure on Andy Luck. They got to try to not make sure Deshaun Watson's running for his life. So they got to establish a running game and try to protect him as best as they can. Nuke Hopkins is going to have a really good game. And they got to see if they can capitalize on turnovers. Andy Luck does like throwing some interceptions, especially in the playoffs. So if they can do that, I definitely see Houston win this one. Case for the Colts is they got to get pressure on Deshaun Watson. They got to bracket cover Nuke Hopkins and make sure he doesn't eat them alive. And J.J. Watt and Clowney both have to have really good games in my eyes. The Colts have a little bit of an advantage psychologically because Houston lost to them the last time they played them. So this is going to be the rubber match. They both beat each other once. I'm really forward to it. Andy Luck has more playoff experience than Deshaun Watson, but I think the Texans are a better team than the Colts. I think the Colts are about a year away from really competing for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Man, I've been up and down with this. My first initial pick was Houston. Then I went to the Colts. Then I went back to Houston. And I think I'm going back to the Colts. I'm going to stick with the Colts. Tiny bit of a biased pick because I like Andrew Luck and I want to see him move on. But, yeah, I think more I've been thinking, I think the Colts can do it. They did it, like I said, earlier in the season, and that defense has actually gotten better and better as the season went on. So I think that defense is kind of figuring themselves out now, and they got themselves figured out. They got a rookie, like I said, at linebackers balling out. Their secondary stepped up in the latter half of the season. So I think the defense could play well enough to get some turnovers. Deshaun Watson doesn't turn the ball a whole lot, but I think they're going to frustrate him enough to where he's going to try to get stuff down the field. He might throw a pick. But yeah, Andrew Luck, he's had his moments too where he's thrown picks. But I think he's going to be more prepared for this one. I think this offense has got to be clicking, and I think they will. Him and T.Y. has just been absolutely out of their minds on how they've been clicking this year, and really ever since they've been playing each other. But yeah, I just think they're going to score a little more points than Houston can. Thing I am worried about is that Houston defense, though. They're so good on rushing the quarterback that they might get to Andrew Luck quite a bit. But that line is pretty solid for the Colts. So we'll see who wins that battle, that line or that defensive line. But if that defensive line does win that battle, it's going to be a long day for Andrew Luck. And yeah, the keys of victory for me for Colts. They got to establish somewhat of a running game. They can't make themselves one-dimensional. You can't have Andrew Luck dropping back for every pass every play. So they got to establish somewhat of a running game, make it like I said, less one-dimensional as possible. Keys for me for Houston is make sure Watson stays upright, doesn't get pressured a whole lot, because I feel like if he gets pressured a whole lot, he knows this is a big game, and I think he might turn the ball over quite a bit and let those nerves get to him and stuff. If that's the case, then yeah, it's going to be a rough day for Houston. But if he can be on point, they can protect him. He's got weapons down the field. So yeah, if they can protect him, he'll find those weapons. And Hopkins, you could damn near throw anything to him and he'll catch it. He could be triple covered and catch it. So
yeah, he hasn't dropped the ball.
So he's amazing. So yeah, if you get him protected and he can find people down the field, it's going to be a rough day for the Colts. So I think this is going to be a very close game. I think it's going to be a very good match game. Both defenses are pretty solid. Both offenses got weapons that can change a game. So we'll see who weapons can change the game more, and see which defense steps up to the plate more. But I got in Indianapolis winning by a super close one, like 3 points or so, or 6 points. That'll do it for me.
All right, that'll do it for me. This is the pick. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We would definitely love to hear from you. And I appreciate you watching.
We'll see you on the next one.